Hey Tennis Nerds, I hope all is well. We have some new rackets to look forward to in 2023. I'm talking about the first half of the year in most of these cases, because there will be loads of rackets released next year. It seems like the tempo is increasing every year, and the racket manufacturers and brands, they feel like they have to release rackets because otherwise they won't stay top of mind with the racket buying demographic, which are many of you guys and myself, of course. So I'm keen to test a lot of rackets. I'm currently testing the Babolat Pure Aero 98, which is the replacement for the VS. It will be very similar to the predecessor, slight update in feel. So I will keep posted on that. There will be first impressions on my Patreon, patreon.com/tennisnerd, where I publish all the first thoughts and some more blog inspired stuff. So I would appreciate if you check that out and subscribe. But besides the Aero 98, we've also seen Mr. Rafa Nadal. He's practicing in Manacor in his academy, and he's using this very colorful racket, and that's how his new Pure Aero Rafa Origin will look like. So this is finally happening. I've been asking for years, I think, that it's time that the GOATs should have some kind of signature model that is actually what they use, or at least very close. In Federer's case, it's as close as you can get pretty much on the retail level. And now I think the Origin will be that for Babolat. So we will have a heavy Rafa racket looking like the one he's swinging there. So Wilson Shift, I made a video about that before. The head speed line of Wilson's racket is going to be kind of a tweener frame, but more controlled. So it will land somewhere in between a Blade 100 and the Ultra 100, I would assume. We'll have a 1620 pattern in two weights, 300 315, I believe. And it's supposed to be that modern frame that is going to give you a bit more power, but not like a power racket. So bit middle of the line, like the head speed. I haven't tried it. I think it's in Malta right now, and I'm in Spain, so that's why I haven't tried it. It was sent there. So I will try to get a hold of it and try it and review it, so you can see my opinions if that interests you. I'm soon getting my hands on the new Yonex VCore rackets. Very curious to try them. Quite big changes. Yonex usually like to make some more drastic changes, which I really applaud. They want to change the mold and so on for their different generations, so not staying within that comfort zone. So I'm very keen to see what these changes to the new VCore line will bring. And there is a video on this channel already about what to be expected, but then when you're playing with it, things change, of course, and you get a different idea of what's happening in the racket. We have the Dunlop FX, the power line from Dunlop, the version 2, generation 2 that is coming out. Rackets and their specs are on their website. I think they have worked to make them a bit softer. My peeve with these were that they were very good rackets, really like the 500, but they felt a bit stiff, slightly hollow, and I think they could improve the feel. That was really my negative feedback from that line. And I think that is what they're trying to do. That's what I heard. I haven't hit these rackets yet. I want to try them, of course, as with everything. But I'm hoping to get some demos from my friends at Tennis Warehouse Europe at some point in the future. And I don't know exactly the date, but they've been pushing these rackets for a while. I think they will be out by the Australian Open. We will have Alexei Popyrin actually playing with the FX 500 Tour, as far as I know. Be interesting to see what Popyrin can do. It's a big change from the PT57A 1619 that he used, which is one of my favorite rackets. It's on the bed over there, and this more power-inspired racket. So we'll see what it does to his game. We have a head radical release to happen and a head gravity release. The radical will be first, I think, and curious to try it. For you who have already bought the Laver Cup rackets from the Gravity and the Radical, both the MP versions were the Oxetic versions, but there will obviously be Radical and Gravity Pro, Tour, and so on. I don't think there will be a Radical Tour, but Gravity Tour. So I'm keen to try these rackets, starting with the Radical. I don't think there will be many mold changes, so the rackets will play relatively similarly, but there will be the Oxetic tech that should bring some stability. And for most rackets in the head lineup, it seemed to have worked well, been a positive change, but not all of them, I would say. And there will also be a Wilson Pro Staff version 14. This is Wilson's bestseller, I guess. Could be the Blade, but the feather effect is obviously huge with the Pro Staff. So the question is, will that diminish now that Federer has retired, or will they still be going strong? And I think they will depart from what I've seen and heard. They will depart from the pretty much blacked out design they used. It's been black and gray. Now it was black with some, you know, yellow and red from the kind of heritage, the old Pro Staff 85. And now it's gonna be like a goldish tone, and I believe it will look great when you're holding them. But still, obviously, we don't know how they play. Sometimes I get a feeling like they put more effort into the cosmetics than the actual playability of the frames. That's just a feeling you get with some rackets, that it needs to be new releases all the time to stay top of mind, and then the main thing they change is the cosmetic. It happens in all industries, I guess, because people really value design and something fresh and new, so perhaps that is to be expected. What am I missing? Pure Strike version 4, that should be in the pipeline, I would assume. There should maybe be something from Technofiber as well, maybe the TFX1, or will that now be called the TFX2? That's a line that could need some improvements, I think. Good potential, but there could be some work there. Have I missed other brands? Let me know in the comments below. If you need help navigating through this jungle, I would recommend my tool, The Road to the Right Racket, like a course with 35 videos, an ebook to help guide you towards the right racket. And if you want to buy any of these rackets or anything else tennis related, please do so through my links in the description. Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only in Australia. I get a small commission if you buy something at no extra cost to you. It helps Tennis Nerd keep going. Big thanks if you do. That is all for now. Have a nice day, and don't forget to play some tennis.